So the sponsor of this race is Arca Farms Discord, so they are sponsoring a YouTuber who is pretty well known, does a bunch of guide videos. DJ Yee, watch actually a lot of his stuff. He does really good videos, so shout out to him. He is sponsoring this one, so thank you to him. Really appreciate it for sponsoring and stuff like that. So thank you to Arca Farms. I'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I will post in the video of this one. I will post the link to his Discord in there, and yeah, he does a bunch of videos and things like that, so go check him out. It is cool in that whole Discord. Go check him out. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. It's gonna be a field of fury for this one. First short track of the season, as I keep saying it. We're gonna be rolling off here shortly. I know you got Doug once again in race control. So Doug's in race control chat. But at the front of the field, it's the 51 truck. He gets that extra point on for qualifying. So Chad, good run for him. He gets that extra point. One guy that showed up or hasn't been able to run with us in the league races in that number 2 truck, Austin Albritton. He's got number 49 on the door, but he's quick, always at these short tracks. One of the younger drivers in the field, the 75 truck, Nip Sipple, he's in P4. Matt Frady, winner of last week's race at Auto Club in a brand new paint scheme. He's in that, it says 18 on the door, but it is a 40 truck underneath. A lot of cars rolling off, as we see. Nearly 25 cars starting. Actually, I think it was 28. Let me go back and see what we got going on with it. See the 17 back here, a little bit deeper in the field. Through and see. Looks like it's 26 cars starting for this one. So it is gonna be a doozy, to say the least. Chad Adams and Zach, they were 1-2 in the practice race, qualified like this. Ended up flip-flopped at the end of it, but as you see, pace car rolling off down the back stretch. Closing in on the restart zone. 26 cars here at Irwindale Speedway in the restart zone, and we're green at Irwindale. Front of the pack, all side by side. 3 wide for the lead. Austin Albritton goes to the bottom of the racetrack immediately. He's going to get clear of the 51, but he's going to be loose. Going to lose a lot of momentum on it. Going to be talking in. They're spitting down the front straightaway. Already, that looked like to be the 78. 15. Big pile up in turn 1. Cars able to get through it. Go through and see what happened on that one. We'll slow it down. Looks like the 40 and the 15 make contact right there. We'll see it from there. This view will go on the far chase cam. If I can find it. Far chase cam on the 40 truck. He's got the 78 underneath him. He makes contact with the 15 and they go around. And a big wreck out back behind them. Everybody piles in. We're ready to roll once again from Irwindale Speedway. 75 and 55 going to lead him to the green. Zach going to be on the pole, or he's going to be the leader, and he's going to pick that outside lane. So here we go. Going to slowly roll up on the restart zone now. In the restart zone they are now, and Zach fires and underway. Oh, and they're wrecking on the front stretch to 78. He goes turn. It's still green at the moment. Caution waves. Short track racing already having problems, people. Go back and see what happened on that one. Yep, 78, yeah. 78 spun the tires. 78, you hear it could pretty much see it. You see the wiggle he got from it. He just spun the tires right in front of the 81 truck. We'll go on board with him and watch it. See right in front, just spins the tires. Nowhere for the 81 to go. He just gets kind of contact with it, but he is going to restart P number 2. He's made up a few spots. Top 3 have all made up spots, but pace car rolls off. Pulls off and rolls off. We're ready to rack them once again. Here we go. Closing in on the restart zone. Zach, the leader, on that outside line. Back green here at Irwindale. 75 misses shift. Big checkup on everybody from the inside. 75 couldn't get into gear or something. Just the bottom lane didn't get going. So you see the 49. He's trying to work that bottom lane. Going all the way to the bottom. The 11 washing up the track. They get contact. Him and the 28 make contact, but back up to the front. It's kind of single filed out. Not too much going on. You see the 2 trying to figure out way to pass that 07 truck. See Joey Keneally on that bottom lane. This is where the different lines come into play. I think that 49 truck, we'll see how good of a run he gets off the corner. I think he's going to look to go to that inside line. Doesn't look like it at the moment. This track's pretty big on the momentum. Maybe he learned from that first lap. Bottom lane just doesn't seem to be ready at the moment. But he's just lurking on the back bumper from that stack up on the restart. 75's got rear bumper damage. 07's got front end and bumper damage. But a lot of cars fighting during this one. You see the 78 trying to make moves to get back up to the front after his little incident he had. See the 40 truck. He's back here as well. Try to fight his way through the field. See all the different lines coming into play here. Oh, the 03 loose up in front of the field. Matt on board with it. He gets in the back of the 18 and he's in it. Caution is out once again. Go back and see what happened. 03 just lost it on exit. Made a little bit of contact with the 19. A few cars able to go below it. Here we go once again. For the restart. Get a nice wide view on it. 51 and 55. Gonna lead them back to the green here. 55 fires and back underway. See the field running different lines. The 3 truck, he's up on that outside around the 49 truck. They're battling hard down the back straightaway. The 49, he's going to go all the way to the bottom. Going to get up. Not going to be clear on the 3, though. You see how that momentum works. He ran the bottom. Gained time on him. Just wasn't able to get it to work up there. 24 on the wall. A few cars making contact in the field. Mostly contact with the fall. He's going to go back to the bottom once again. Trying to take that 3rd spot and be clear. He's going to be clear on the front straightaway. See where the 3 goes now. Into turn number 1. Looks like he's going to let him go. He's going to be clear. So the 49 truck, he's clear. And going to set sail on the 51 truck. We go from the gyro, from the gearbox cam on the back, looking at the deck lid from the 49 truck. Sees that 3 lurking in the mirror, the 81, 19, 24, 8, 28. A lot of cars making moves throughout this one. You see the 19 truck trying that bottom lane. Going board with the 8, looking out back from that. Cars making a lot of different lanes. Trying to get many different lanes working. But back up to the front. 55, 51, 49. You're around a number 50, and we have another yellow. Yellow is out once again. Gonna double file up once again. Zach pits that outside lane. He's been able to get clear every time from that outside lane. So he's gonna try it and do it once again for the restart. I'm gonna do a quick switch on it as soon as they launch. Gotta go on board with the 55 truck and look out back. Into the restart zone they are. He fires, and they're back green 4 laps to go till the stage. Few get in the wall as we're looking out back. See the 55, he's clear down the back stretch as they're all fighting for position way out back. 51, then the 49 going to go way to the bottom of the racetrack. 51 going to try to challenge. Still a battle for third, though. The 3 and the 49 going to be battling for that third spot. Closing in on the stage, though. Stage at 38. See the 19, he's trying to work that bottom lane. One of my drivers that I was talking to actually before the race, I was trying to help him a little bit on these short tracks. Said he needed a little bit of help on short tracks, so I was trying to give him as much information as I can. And he was asking what's going to be the biggest thing. I told him the bottom, and he's trying to get that bottom to work. And he's made up a ton of spots, 15 or 13 spots for him in this one already. But making up a lot of spots has got him close to the top 5. Not in it yet. But Zach coming around the corner. He's going to cross the line, and he's going to get the stage. Stage win number 1 for Zach. Dominant last night. Dominant tonight. We'll see how he is. But go ahead and interview him right quick. Zach, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Pretty dominant stage win there. Took the lead on the initial restart. Had that outside line and never looked back. Kept picking that outside line. What's kind of been your call, especially on these restarts? I know this is a top dominant track, but what's kind of been the strategy you've been looking at on the restarts?
I just think the outside's a little bit straighter. You know, coming on the inside, you have the wheel turned a little bit more, and it's a little bit harder for the guys on the inside to see where the control car is. Why Chad was hanging back a little bit. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the wheel's straight and get a good run in the corner and have the preferred line in that I want and gain some momentum for the backstretch.
Yes, sir. Well, I know that you're tied with the points lead. Tie for the points lead with that 81 truck. You end up winning that stage. He's been the one that's gotten the most. He's gotten the most bonus points this season, but after winning all the stages, you ended up winning this one, so that'll give you an extra bonus point. How big do you think these restarts are going to matter, especially later in the running of this race?
I think pretty big. I think not necessarily more of getting a good jump, but just not getting a bad one. Keeping your grip to the pavement and not letting the guy in line behind you get a run going into the corner. And putting you 3 wide in a bad position you don't want to be in. So I think that's going to be the biggest part there of just making sure you get a good run and protect your line.
Yes, sir. As we say, you do a little fake pit right there, but good luck in this next stage. Hopefully be interviewing you at the end of it.
Thanks.
Pace car pulls off, 55 and 51. Most of the field stayed out. You see the 07 75. They made their way back up to the front of the field after their struggles, but here we go. Back in the restart zone now. Back green for stage number 2 at Irwindale. Pretty solid jump from everybody. 51 trying to roll that bottom lane. The 2 and the 3 getting real friendly with each other, almost making contact. They stay off of it. Off of each other. 51, he's going to look to the inside of the 55 now. Down the front stretch. Doesn't seem to have the track position as he gets a big wiggle right there. That's KFM Motorsports versus Everett Motorsports. Right there as you see Albritton going all the way to the bottom lane. Not going to be clear on the 51. Going to have to think better of it. Loses a bunch of momentum. Ooh, 81 and 19 make a little bit of contact there. Entering the corner. Puts the 19 on the wall. They're all still running. That's one good thing about this racetrack. You can kind of make a little bit of contact, just bounce off the wall and stay in it. So the 81 gets clear of the 07 truck. The 3 loose in front of the field. A lot of wiggles going on. 75, he's going to drive it in deep. He's in the wall. A lot of cars in the wall for this one. 75 all over the back bumper. The 07, he's going to go all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Deep down there, we'll see how that works up. He's going to be almost clear of the 75, but he's not going to be able to get by him. 19, he's going to keep rolling that bottom. He's going to get clear of the 81. 81 drives on the back of him. Maybe didn't like it. Didn't like the self-clear. They make more contact. 75, he's going to look to go to the middle. Not going to be able to. They're all dicing right there off of turn number 4. 75, going to go for a slide job. Will he be clear? Yes, he is. 11 gets clear of the 19 on the right side of your screen. When it's all going down for this top 5 spot, Nick takes over that 5th spot. Clay losing a bunch of spots after that contact he had with the 81 truck. Kind of got put in the fence a little bit into turn 1. They kept going at it. And he's lost a few spots now, but his teammate in the 07, he's going to be trying to work that inside line to pass the 81 truck as he pitted on lap 21 after getting in that incident with the 75 on the restart. He's made his way back through the field. He's going to be clear on exit of 2, and he's going to take over that 6th spot. 19 truck, he's trying to work that inside line. Maybe not be the bottom, but it's the inside lane. No one's really going down to the very, very bottom in this one yet. We'll see. Only one I've kind of seen doing it is the 19 and 07. See Clay, as I say that, goes about middle-ish on the bottom. Just got to be careful with spinning the tires and getting loose on exit. That's a big problem with it, as we'll go on board with him as he keeps running that bottom lane. See a little bit of a wiggle. Just running that bottom lane. Not running much lower, but just kind of coasting on that bottom lane. About the inside line, but we'll go back up a little bit closer to the front. The 07, he's getting pressured by the 78 on that inside line. Ooh, 07 in the wall right there. Don't know if the 78 and him made contact. Kel McClinney and Joaquin Stewart, as we see the 75 in the wall up in front of them. Going to that gearbox cam of the 75, watching this battle unfold out back behind him. Going to the nose cam of the 81 as he's lurking behind these two. See Kel able to keep rolling that top, kind of keeping the 78 pinned on that bottom. 07 keeps getting a good run off, and that's what he's banking on. Joaquin Stewart able to get clear of the guy we're riding on board with of the 81, but we're going to go back to the front of the field, and with that 49 truck, he's going to look to the inside of the 51. Chad Adams, well, the smartest racer, just ends up letting him go. He got position on him, let him go there. But Zach, out front, pretty dominant lead, 1.2 seconds on a short track is pretty big. So he's got that gap from him and the second place runner in the 49. Big gaps opening up throughout the field. We'll go from a kind of wider shot. This track, I love. It's got some of the best racing in the on the West Coast, and it is always fun to watch as we go back a little bit deeper to that 11 truck. The 11, the 62, those two are battling. For that is the top 10 spot. So the 11 in that 9th spot, they're trying to figure out a way to gain a little bit of speed, but they're racing pretty hard, having a fun little battle for their first league race with us. Didn't have too good a qualifying. Jamie up 5 spots, Jacob up 5 spots. The one, actually, Anthony, they call him Sweeter, in that Bucky's 1 truck, JHR team. He's up 16 spots from the start of it, so he's the biggest mover at the moment. Doing a mighty fine job of it as we see the 11 makes a little bit of contact with that wall. That's going to let the 62 get underneath him with a little bit of a run. All the way to the bottom. Going to use those left sides on the white painted line. Little close entering turn number 3. They're all right, though. Still running. Oh, 62 going to be loose. So it's the 28. They're going to wreck on the front straightaway. No yellow yet. Caution's out now. 62 and 28 spin on the front straightaway. We'll have to see if they're a lap down from that. You see on this one, we'll go from the far chase cam. You see the 62 and 28 just get loose. Both kind of hit that same spot, same corner. They get loose. Go to the leader at the moment. Are they lapped? We'll have to see from race control on that one. 55 ends up going to buy them after it, but they end up being a yellow on lap 64. Lap 76 is going to be the next yellow. So, here we go. In the restart zone once again, and we're underway. 55 gets a good jump on that 51. He's going to be clear. 07 trying to roll that top lane. As they're 3 wide throughout the field. This track has some crazy restarts. They're always fun to watch. 75 all the way to the bottom. Trying to get that to work. He's dead even with the 07. That time at the line, he beat him. Just not going to be clear through the corner. See 11 trying to rip that high line. They're going to be 3 wide on exit. A few of the cars that pitted. The 2 truck, he's trying to fight his way through the 49. Apologies. He's trying to fight his way through the field. 11 gets a little bit of a bumper from the 84. This is a mess off of turn number 4 heading into turn number 1. A lot of cars in the battle. 4 wide through the corner. The 3, the 3. The 3, the 03, the 8, oh, the 19, they're all wrecking in the back. 19 ends up getting through it, but it was a mess that last lap. Throughout the field, running at the back. Wow. We'll go back and see on this one. So, 81 truck. He pitted. He stuck right in that middle lane. Nowhere for him to go. The 20 on the top, 23 on the bottom. Both 3s out back behind him. It's a wild one. And then as they go through the corner, you'll see 4 wide at some points during it. On an exit, a little bit further back in the field, you see the 20. He comes off the wall into the 8, which forces him into the 19, which forces them all to spin. The 40 truck, 40. Matt Frady, nowhere for him to go on that one. He's had a struggle, to say the least. He's been in almost every other wreck, and then none of them have been his fault. Go on board with him and watch this battle up in front of him. A lot of trucks for a short track, and it's definitely showing. See everybody trying to roll that bottom lane. He's just going to sit on that high side. Sees the 20 come down the track into him. Nowhere for him to go. They bounce off the wall right into him, and he spins from it. But that is what can happen sometimes on a short track, especially going to the back. That hasn't worked out for him. As we see the 51 and 55, I missed it, but the 55 and 51 come to pit road. Was tied points leader at the time, but Zach ends up winning that stage as the yellow came out. He was the stage leader, so he will win that stage. But we're coming back to the green now for the final one. 75 laps to finish her off here at Irwindale. See, most of these guys pitted early, trying to get that track position to be able to roll. It's 3 wide, the 07. He's trying to make moves through that middle lane. He's going to get clear on the 17. It's a cluster here. Trying to gain as many spots. All the cars that pitted. Trying to gain as many spots as they can. Ooh, the 07 gets in the back of the 23, and that spins the 23 in front of the field. Another yellow. Ooh, one almost over the 15. 49, 24, 81, 5, and 3. They're going to be battling in the top 5 for this restart. Here we go. Good restart from the 49. He's clear by almost 2 car lengths by the time they get into turn number 1. Having a solid restart through that one. The 3 getting close. As you see the 3K, he goes all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. He's trying to get as many spots as he can as we have another yellow. See what happened there. Can't see what happened on that one. Not fully for sure. Maybe go back throughout the field and check. Cautions breed cautions, and it's been a lot happening. We'll go back to the gearbox cam and look. Ooh, that one looked like it to be the 8 on this one. A little bit deeper in the field. 8 truck tries to go to the bottom. 11 comes down. They get contact in the 40. Nowhere for him to go. Matt, luckily, didn't get damaged in that one, but happened right in front of him. Right in front of him, the 07. We'll go on board with the 07 truck. So he sees the 40 right there. The 11 comes down the track and sees part right for the 07. He's able to get through it. Once again, this race sponsored by Arca Farms Discord. Thank you for them, to them for sponsoring once again. Go check out their Discord. I'll put it in the description of the race highlights video, and I will maybe put it in the chat. We'll see. Hard to do with just one person, so I can't really do that at the moment. But go check out their Discord, DJ Yee, on Discord, as we see the 11 going to get the call for the EOL on that one. But DJ Yee is his name. So a little bit more at the chat. Martin said, see ya at Dover for my first race. We're excited to have you. We'll definitely get you in, and you'll be competing with all these guys running fast, running hard in this running of this one. But it's been a fun one so far. Few yellows, quite a few yellows throughout the field, but they're trying to get it all going and racking and stacking them once again here. For this one, pace car pulls off. Austin Albritton still in the lead. Austin with a good jump. 24 with an okay restart. 81, he's going to go back underneath him, though. 24 on the wall just a little bit that time, as they're all fighting for every spot they can get at the moment. 24 going to try to run that fence. He's in the wall once again. The 3 is going to try to take over that third spot from the 24. See the 3K all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Working that bottom lane. We'll have to see what he can do with it. He's all over that bottom lane as we see the 55 of the stage winners, and there's another yellow. Let's go and try to find it like we found all the other ones. 19 pretty deep in the field. We'll see as we see there. The 8 and 24. 8 truck. 8 and 28, they just come together. 28 just came up the track. Looked like he got into them. They're double file now. And they're green. I missed that one. Missed the restart, but we're back green once again. At the field, Austin Albritton gets a good jump. Nick Sipple to P number 2. The 3 and the 3K, they're going to be battling for that third spot. On that corner is a 51 lurking behind him, the pole sitter. He's working his way through the field and trying to get back up to the front. See, he's got that fourth spot from Joey Keneally. A few cars making their way back to the field. The 55, the 07, the 78, they're all right next to each other. They've made their way back into the top 10. Trying to gain as many spots as they can to get back in the running of it. 50 laps to go at the line. From your leader, Austin Albritton. Seems to be one of the best battles on the track at the moment. The 81 leaving pit road now. Not for sure what happened to him, but he's leaving pit road. And that 75 truck running that high line. Looks to be holding up the 3 just a little bit. See the 81. Going to be a lap car, but he's going to try to run that high line. Right in front of the 3K and the 55. The 55, he's going to be loose on that bottom lane. 81. A little bit of a checkup there. 3K, Joey Keneally back to that bottom lane. You see him rolling all the way down there. Going to be clear on exit. Not going to take it, though. 07 right behind him. He's going to get it into the fence. They're both in the fence. Here comes the 40 truck. He's finally in the top 10. Matt Frady, last week's winner. He's finally in this battle now. Trying to gain as many spots as he can to be putting himself in a position to win this one. He's going around the lap car of Jeremy Horn now. But no one seems to have anything for your leader of Austin Albritton. No one's able to catch him at the moment. Nick Sipple, 0.8 of a second back from him. That 3 truck in 3rd place. Brandon was talking to him a little bit before the race. He's been having a lot of, he's been doing a lot of practice laps. So he's worked a lot during this race, going up and down the field. He's made his way back up to that 3rd spot. Started up front, so he gets a run to go to the inside of the 75 truck now. Looking to try to get that middle lane to work. On the inside, a little bit of contact on exit. The 3 gets loose. 51. That's going to be a hole for him. 51 goes to the outside of the 3. Let's see what works out for him. Looks like that top lane's working. He's going to be clear on the 3. The 3 gets loose on exit of 2. Bad entry. Going to lose a lot of time there from 3. Brandon Bass. See 2 teammates, 07 and 55, they're battling for that top 5 spot. 07 looks to be a little bit better on entry, just trying to roll that corner. Gains on him just a little bit, gets to his back bumper. Then on exit, seems like Zach pulls a little bit on him on the exit of the corner. None of these front runners have tried that bottom lane. It's only been for passing. Really shocked more cars haven't done it. Maybe that's just me watching this one, because it's been pretty exciting every time a car does go to the bottom of it. But we go on board with the 3 truck. He's trying to find his way around the 75 as we have caution number 6, I believe. Car up in front spins. Looks to be the 85 truck. He spun low on the racetrack. See what happened on it. Just could be, looks to be just a little self spin off the corner. Boots it just a little bit too much. Loses it on the straightaway. Tries to keep it off the inside wall. Not able to do that. Few of the guys I'm looking at in this front field, it's kind of psyched out who I expected to be in this top 6 or 7 spots. Top 8 really. Matt Frady back in 8th. He's found his way into the top 10, and he's making it look pretty easy. Working his way from 7th spot all the way to the back after that quick incident. That first yellow. Joey Keneally right in front of him. The 07 truck. He's had ups and downs. Got that EOL in the middle of stage 2. He's made his way there. Nick Sipple, one of our points contenders. He's top 5 in the points. The 3, the 51. They're top 2 or 3 in the points, but we're going to be ready to roll once again for the restart. Trying to stack them. And here they go. Back for the restart. 51 not going to get a good restart. 75 going to try to push them. They're 3 wide for that 3rd spot. Once again on exit. We'll see. Everybody gets through it. 75 going to try to run that high side on the 55. The 3. 07. They're getting close. The 3K, the 07 to the 40. They're all racing hard. The 40 truck all the way to the bottom. Running that very below line. They're still 3 wide. This is why Irwindale is one of the best racetracks. You can run 3 wide for multiple laps. See him still trying to work that bottom lane. 07 clears the 3K that corner. But the 40 still going to try to fight it. The 55, he's making his way through the field. He's looking to go underneath the inside of the 75 and they make a little bit of contact. The 75 gets loose. Down the back straightaway. 75 going to try to get clear. Not going to be able to. Going out that right rear like it's candy. The 55 not clear on the 3. Gets him to the wall. They're 4 wide for that 5th spot. They're making contact more down the back straightaway. The 3K going to force down the 40. Going to go from a wide angle shot here. 40 truck, he's going to be clear on the 3K finally, but the 3, he's going to be on his outside line as the 55 gets into the back of the 75 once again. And that gets the 55 loose. A little bit more up front. That 51 truck. Trying to catch that 49. Not much that he can do at the moment. Not catching him too much. Fast driver has led the entire time throughout the running of this one. We see the back of the 51 truck. Got his teammate looking right there. I think the biggest hope for the field is we're closing in on 25 laps to go. Is a yellow for most of these guys running about that 3rd to 5th spot. Their best hope of winning this one is a yellow. But all in all, it's been a fight throughout the field. You see the 3K, Jordan Keneally, trying to keep her on that top line. He's got 2 hungry dogs behind him, 2 of the KFM drivers in the 19 and 40. Right behind them is we have another yellow. 125 with 25 laps to go. We'll see the different strategies. See what everybody's going to do. Here we go. 51 looks to be coming. Nope, they're going to fake it. 75 going to cut it close on the nose of the 55. That's going to be close. The 40 truck, he comes down pit road. Most of the back of the field coming down pit road now. The 40, he comes to pit road. Not been his night with track position. We'll see what how it works out for him later in the running. He's going to get new tires and try to fight back up through the field. All these cars still should have 1 lap or 1 set of tires left, if I'm not mistaken. Have been fast in this running of this one. You see the 75 and 40 later, a little bit further back in that one, but we're coming back to the green now. So here we go into the restart zone. 49 gets a good restart. Watching kind of this mid pack. The 3 all the way to the bottom underneath the 3K. The 75, he's going to make as much ground as he can on them new tires and try to get all of it to work. 75 all the way to the bottom. Him and the 40 on the new tires. Going to try to work together just a little bit to try to get into it. The 24 and the 8 are going to make contact. That's going to come down 8 right into the 75. And that spins the 75 on that one. On that one, the 24 gets in the left rear just a little bit on the 8. Then the 8 comes off the wall. Maybe in a desperation try to get into him and try to hook the 24. Going to be starting on the outside line. Really, it's kind of flip-flopped. Everybody's been picking the top lane, so Zach going to be P3. Kale going to be stuffed on that bottom lane. Chad, a car length back. Don't know why he's so far back, but come back in the restart zone. 15 laps to go here at Irwindale. Here, a little bit of contact at the back. 55, going to try to clear the 07. He does as yellow comes out once again from the contact, possibly on the front straightaway that we heard. Not sure what happened on it. We'll go back to the field and see the 75. Seemed like got into the 5 right there. He gets into him before we even got back going green. He drives in the back of the 5. Then on the front straightaway, drives in the back of him and just doesn't get off, and that hooks him into the 40. And it spins them. So yellow comes out once again. Going to see what happens on it. Got the closest competitor right behind him. Chad lagging back a lot just to try to see him. maybe, but Austin Albritton on the outside. Chad Adams on the inside. Back to the restart zone we go. Here we go. 8 laps to go in the running at Irwindale. Good restart from the field. The 07, he's going to drive it deep into the corner on that outside line. Try to get to the outside of the 51. He is. They're wrecking in the back, though. Caution's out once again. We'll see who it's on. And did the 07 get around the 51? I believe he did. So, new change for position up at the front of this field. On it, it looked like it was kind of going on at the back with a lot of cars, just different lanes and things like that. We'll see. Looked like it kind of happened around the 17, 75. 75 gets in the back of the 17 on that one. He makes contact. The 24 gets involved in it. 07 and 49. 49 still the leader. Got the 07 underneath him, so here we go. Here we go. Restart zone, and they're underway once again. Albritton with a good restart. Got the 07 lurking right back behind them. They're 4 wide back behind them. The 55 gets turned in front of the field. Nowhere for all of them to go. More pile in. 55, our points leader, gets caught up late in the running in that one. Go back and take a look. See, 07 gets cleared. The 3 to the very bottom, the 3K to the middle, the 51 just comes up the track just a little bit, tries to give enough room, and they make contact. 55 spins right in front of his teammate in the 19. 19 barely able to get through as they wreck further in the back, nowhere that they could go. Albritton on the outside, McClinney on the inside, then behind them, Joey Kenilly, Clay Sarton, Brandon Bass, Chris Pilo. Haven't talked much about him, but he's made his way up here, so here we go. Goes in on the restart zone now. Here they go. Fires and underway. Albritton clear once again on the 07, the 3K all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. 19 to the fence. Focus on this lead battle. Don't know what much can happen, but a lot can happen in the last running of this race. Albritton been dominant in this last stage. White flag. Been dominant this last whole stage. Led nearly every lap. 07. Last ditch effort to the bottom of the racetrack. Very bottom of the racetrack. He tries to gas it up. Not going to be close enough. Austin Albritton with the win here at Irwindale. Albritton gets it done off a wild restart. 07 last ditch effort. Should try to get to him. Not able to. Little congratulatory bump from the 07. Austin Albritton gets the win here at Irwindale. So everybody's going to go around. We'll go ahead and interview him now. Austin Albritton, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Well, you end up getting it done late in the running in this one. Once you got up front, you took the lead at the start of the stage. Last stage right there. And never looked back. Led pretty much every lap up until this last one. Talk a little bit about the last stage and the last few restarts.
Oh, yeah, man. It was just a wreck fest, and my goal was just to have a good restart every time, and I had a good restart every time. They didn't have nothing for me, so.
Yes, sir. I know that you had quite a few different strategies throughout the field. And I asked Zach this earlier. How much would you think the track position compared to tires would come in? I know Nick and the 40 truck, they both pitted to take tires at the early running, just got caught up in all the wrecks. But how much did you see tires coming into play?
If you could save tires and you got a decent run, which we didn't, it would have come into play. But the 10-lap green flag runs we had back-to-back, where tires didn't matter. You had to start this thing on the front row and control the race to be in good shape. As long as you can control the race, you're going to win. It doesn't matter who was up there. if you can control the restarts and get off into 1 and 2 and come down the back straight away 3/10 ahead, they can't do nothing with you. So
Yeah, definitely got the best restarts all night. You end up getting it done. Congratulations.
thanks, buddy. I'm gonna do some smoky burnies. Want to shout out Allseeing Motorsports, Butt Snorkeler, Austin Baker, JD Rudser for everything they do. That's pretty much it, man. Thanks for putting it on.
Yes, sir. Definitely a fun one. First short track of the season. Glad to have you run it.
Thanks, bud.
Austin Albritton, your winner. Gets it done here at Irwindale. P2. Kale McClinney, my brother. Comes up a little bit short. Kale, do you got a copy? Got a copy? You come up just a little bit short on the last restart. Not able to get to him. Talk a little bit about how those last restarts went. I know being the leader was a definite advantage, but talk about what lane you really wanted to be in and talk about those last few restarts.
The top, I can't really say that it wasn't. Everyone who was on the top, I mean, everyone saw the restarts, how they were. So it is what it is. I mean, he ran up front the entire race and led 81 laps, so I can't complain. I had to go from the back to the front, back all the way to the front, then got the EOL because incident with another car. I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to say my opinion. But then I dropped to the back there, drove my way back through, and I sat now here in second. So
You definitely had a quick car, one of the fastest lap times of the series or of the session. You went to the back 2 or 3 times, probably passed the most amount of cars in this one. P2 just come up a little bit short. Talk a little bit about the upcoming weeks on kind of what tracks you are hoping for. You have a good run in, and what tracks are you looking forward to upcoming?
it's a good question because I'm not a big fan of all of them. But if I had to say, it'd probably be is it next week is Dover? I believe
We
it
got
is.
next week is Dover, Las Vegas, Martinsville, Texas, Richmond.
Probably Dover and Martinsville, definitely. Probably the 4th and 6th race because it's short tracks. That's the only place I can run at. So
Definitely seemed to be pretty good on short tracks. Was the best car in practice. Ended up P2 tonight. Just come up a little bit short. Who would you like to thank?
probably all the people who are my teammates, whether it was Clay and Matt and Zach, who all ran. And unfortunate for Zach at the end there. I was kind of hoping to be up there with me, him, and Clay and Matt. I don't know about what fully happened at the end of the time right there, whatever happened. I just know he had like 6 minutes of repairs at some point of the race. It's like midway through it, so it's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll come back next week.
Yes, sir. It was a fun one to watch. Congratulations, and see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Kel McClinney, P number 2 in that one. Then the surprise of the race, Joey Canilli comes home in P number 3. Joey, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Joey Canilli finishes off in P number 3 in that one. What a wild race. You were also the biggest mover in that one. Gained 20 spots from the start. Talk about your race a little bit. Talk about the highlights. And how'd you ended up getting to P3?
Yeah, I mean, definitely starting that far back. I messed up in qualifying, getting loose right before the line, and just ruined both laps. But starting P23, I was just hoping just to keep moving forward. But after a few laps, it got really loose, couldn't save it, and that really just set me back. Took about like 70 laps for me to get the car back fully repaired, but I mean, I just kept in it, and we made it all the way back up to 3rd, and I'm really happy for this finish.
Yes, sir. Seemed to have a good battle throughout the field with everybody. I would say you or Kale had the most spots or passes being gained, but you end up P3. Yeah, not much more I could say. Just congratulations. Who would you like to thank?
Everybody on the car, I mean, Wiley X, who's a big sponsor in my real life, 637 Collectibles, Coveries, all the big sponsors that have been on this car helping me get here. It's definitely been a fun race.
Yes, sir. Well, you're the hard charger of the race. Came from the back a few times and end up P3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joey Canilli rounds out the top 3 in this one, having a solid run. He gets it done. We're going to have an special interview in this one. He actually finished P5 in this one, but going to talk a little bit on the sponsor side from Arca Farms sponsoring this one. So I'm going to go ahead, drag him now. Brandon Bass, do you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, man.
Alrighty, I know that you were messaging me a little bit about talking about the Arca Farms Discord. So if you want to go ahead and talk about that and kind of the sponsor for this race.
Yeah, man, Arca Farms is a pretty cool little group of guys. They try to outreach to everyone and in the iRacing community and kind of help them, especially in the ARCA car system. But he runs just about every track the ARCA car runs on and gives them tips and pointers on how to get around each track and what steering ratio and everything. So it's pretty neat, well put together. Definitely try to get him there and check him out. His YouTube channel's name is DJ EJ, so you'll be able to tune in to see those videos. But his Discord channel should be in the link on the video here. You should
Yes.
join up, check him out as well. They all the time talking about different tracks, different races and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I watched quite a few of his videos and all that stuff. I know he has a lot of tutorials and just interesting videos, so go check him out. And the Discord. Awesome to have him sponsoring, so thank you, Arca Farms, for sponsoring this one. Maybe try to get him to run a race. I know he is actually pretty quick, so that'd be cool to get him to run one.
Yep. Yeah, he's really heads up fella too, man. He's pretty easy to get along with, it seems. How about that race tonight?
I loved it. Short track racing, that was fun. Definitely dominant on the top, but saw a lot of action running that middle lane. A lot of that was possible, running that bottom lane and stuff like that. A lot of diverseness in the track
It's so
to be able to run.
tough to keep that traction coming off the bottom, and especially when you got people on the outside. You know, you're used to practicing and having that whole track, so you get back on the throttle, but you can't do it when you got two people on the outside of you, and you're in a three-wide situation. So I think that's might have been a cause of a few, just not having that situational awareness in those scenarios. But overall, the race was fun to be in. It's just it was hectic. It was wild.
Yeah, you had a pretty good finish in that one. P5, you didn't do too bad in that one.
Yeah, man, I was able to keep that Colorful Selection podcast Chevrolet up front for the most part. I say up front, but inside top 5, top 7, I was able to maintain track position. That was huge, really huge in this race. And it was to come away top 5. I'm super thrilled. I had a personal goal of top 7, but I guess I achieved that. And, maybe I got points lead after this one. I was able to get ahead of Zach a little bit. He got some late race trouble with Jad there. And I hated that for him, man, because he deserved a better finish than what he had. But I take whatever luck. Sometimes, how they say it, sometimes it better be lucky than good.
Yeah, definitely a lot of luck had to be involved in this one. I know the racing was great, but I think I'm gonna end it off there. So, good job, Brandon, on the P5. Thank you for talking a little bit about Arca Farms. I know that they are sponsoring this one. Hopefully, get them to sponsor more. I'll put their Discord and DJ Yee's Discord in the description on the video. So, I will get that done. But all in all, a good race for race number 3 at Irwindale Speedway. Was a fun one. A lot of different moves being made. A lot of different cars making moves and things like that. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and tune in next week at 8:30 EST. Gonna be live once again at Dover. So another medium track, I guess you could say. Medium track. It'll be another fun one like this, and I will see y'all then. So see you guys.